Damn, dude. Ty, come up with a new intro challenge. Impossible.
I could come up with new sounds on the spot. Like, how do you feel about this one? You like that? Or
Damn.
or
I do
what
I do
about
actually like that. Yeah, yeah.
quinoa? What about that?
Dude, the first one sounds like when they're trying to wrap up my sub after I put four sauces on that bitch. Second one sounds like I'm getting a cursed rice bowl, and they're like, "What about quinoa?"
I ate a cursed rice bowl for lunch today. It was pretty good. And now I'm drinking a big wave golden ale from the Kona Brewing Company, the
Mm.
I guess the institution of Hawaii. It says liquid aloha on like embossed on the bottle. It's pretty
Wow.
impressive.
So it means hello in a drink form.
Hmm.
Do you
I
feel
love
greeted by
when
that beer?
I do. I feel very welcome sipping from this bottle. And I think it's cool when brands are not afraid to embrace the stereotypes of their region. Like we have a few clearly Hawaiian people push like rowing a boat on a surf wave on the cover of this.
Oh shit.
And
Interesting.
that tells me that this is authentic because that image would be canceled if a different brand moved into Hawaii and tried to pull it off.
That's true. That's true. Or you can make the case that they're just hiring locals. You know what I mean? They're not shipping in workforce. They're hiring the community to. They're creating jobs at the end of the day. Ty. It's not a
Hmm.
bad thing. And
Yeah,
those same exact people are being celebrated on the graphic design of this bottle.
you're
Shout out
right.
all my graphic designers.
It's not appropriation, it's celebration. I love that.
That's right. It's putting it up on a pedestal.
Hmm. Well, I'm feeling like I'm on a pedestal today, Eric, because I'm feeling like the king of pods. I'm really excited to get into this episode with you. We have a lot to discuss.
We do?
Topic
What do we got?
number one. Okay, we only got one major topic. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I gotta seed something better for the breadheads, but we gotta talk about this blimp. Gotta talk about this blimp, Eric.
Oh, the blimp. The blimp. I saw images of the blimp. Um, real. What's the word? It's not Heisenberg.
You're talking about the famous
Hindenburg.
Hindenburg, yeah.
It's not the Breaking Bad protagonist. it's the Hindenburg tie. Have you seen the footage of that thing exploding in 4K,
Oh
restored
yeah,
in
dude.
color?
It looks like the Hindenburg exploding looks the exact same, both dimensions and special effects, as when the sandwich artist attempts to close my foot long after I added every vegetable and three sauces. If I
Hmm.
got marinara in there, that thing's going kablooey.
Hmm.
It's casting a big wave.
The time we designed a sub to be blended, and then the artist tried to wrap it. That thing that had like eight sauces
That was so
and the wettest
nasty.
vegetables. It was so nasty. That's what that looked like because you can see like an orange blob start to form on the side and just gets bigger and bigger, kind of like when
Hmm.
the Hindenburg caught on fire.
It's like, oh,
Scary
holy shit.
stuff.
You're gonna
We don't
make
talk
me
about the
pop.
Hindenburg enough. We don't talk about that event in history enough. Like we've really filled
Hmm.
a vessel with hydrogen, a highly flammable gas, and then put the richest people on it. Like
Hmm.
that smells like a conspiracy to me.
Yeah, dude. It's like one of those like childhood terrors along with like quicksand and the boogeyman that after like you turn 10 you kind of stop discussing for some reason, but the Hindenburg, unlike the other two, is a very real thing that happened to wealthy aros like people like you and I, Eric, the
Mhm.
cultured.
It was literally the original Titan sub, if you think about it. Like at the
Yeah.
time, they were like, "You're actually gonna risk your life and go into this fucking metal blimp filled with explosive gas."
Hmm.
And they're like, "I'm no stranger to explosive gas. I'm down."
Yikes. I think the reason that the Hindenburg doesn't get as much press or like has captured the minds of the contemporary man as much as the other great transportation tragedy, which is the Titanic sinking, or the Lost Submarine, is because not both of those had James Cameron involved, and this Hindenburg had no Cameron near him.
But wasn't it like a Nazi blimp, like a Nazi like company, or maybe like just Germans just liked blimps or something? There, I feel like there's a Nazi connection there, Ty, that we're not discussing and probably not even aware of.
Probably, I'm going to have to check the Wikipedia page. Jamie, can you pull that up for us?
Don't call me Jamie, but yeah, I'm on it.
What do we got here? It was made in 1937. It has a German name, but oh, what? It was a German commercial passenger carrying Ridge airship, but it
I mean, the
looks like
name
it.
gave it away.
No, no shit. But it crashed in New Jersey. So explain that, Eric.
Well, wait, did you say it was carrying Germans, or was it simply a German ship?
It was a Zeppelin of German origin.
So it came from Germany. It flew from Germany.
Yo,
I
what's
don't think
going
those
on
things are
here?
capable
Why
of
is
flying
this
that far.
thing? Yeah, why is this thing like above American land, soaring over Manhattan during wartime? This doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Um, we have
Maybe
to
this,
we have to dig into this, Ty. Um,
bro. Maybe this was an inside job by the United States government to assert themselves over Germany
mhm,
at the time.
mhm. It was apparently shot down, Ty. So this changes everything.
What? No,
Yeah, dude. Uh, article from 2013. Hindenburg mystery solved after 76 years. Um,
I don't
hold on,
believe you.
hold on.
It was not shot down, dude. It's
That's the conspiracy, Ty.
the
But
world's
the
biggest balloon filled with helium. Like you run the toaster oven for a few seconds too long on there, and the whole thing's going up in flames.
It says scientists believe that a series of events sparked by static electricity led to the 1937 explosion, or
Hmm.
so that's what they want us to believe. Ty, this is
Hmm.
1937. This is 2 years before World War II. So who knows, Ty?
Hmm.
Maybe tensions are brewing. You know, those New
Right.
Jersey locals are like, "Get the fuck out of here! Why are you fucking
Right.
flying over my town, eh?"
Right. This is it's
And
kind
then
of
they
like
shut that
the
shit down.
shit. So it's kind of like the 9/11 of World War II. It was a tragedy near New York that stimulated a
Whoa,
war. Fascinating.
whoa! It actually, holy shit! You're right. It did stimulate a war.
What the
Um,
hell?
so the conspiracy theory, Ty, is that the 9/11 attacks were an inside job in order to give us a reason, not us, Americans,
Yeah.
unless you
Don't
think
get it
us
twisted.
is US. See what I did there? It gave
Ayo.
us a reason to go into Iraq and
Mm-hmm.
Afghanistan and stay there for like 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's some people believe that, Eric. Some people believe that the Subway bread is real. There's all sorts
Hmm.
of crazy thoughts out there.
You know what's crazy? The craziest part about the Hindenburg tie is if you watch the 4K color restoration, um, people even back then ran really funny. The people
What do you
running
mean?
from the they just when you watch like an old timey like sped up video that's like all
Mhm.
goofy and there's like horse drawn carriages and they kind of just like walk all funny. They're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'm gonna walk over here now.
Oh
That kind of
yeah.
vibe.
When did people stop using their hips when walking? Like people used to sway their hips like an emperor penguin and waddle around, or like flare their back legs up like a dog burying their shit whenever they try to like run somewhere. It was
Well,
very like animated.
well, if you are an Olympics enjoyer, then never tie because that's what speed racing looks like. They're always
Is
just
that
speed
what's
racing.
Oh wow.
So
Actually,
all those clips from back in the day that look sped up, they're not sped up. It's just people walking really fast.
so maybe
They have
they're
no
back in the
cars.
day. That actually makes perfect sense, Eric. With no vehicles, they need to be able to get places faster. Therefore, they walk. And like running has obviously been socially unacceptable for function since the dawn of time. Running should only be for leisure. So you just have to walk as quickly as possible. I do
Hmm.
know a guy who knows a guy who's an Olympian speed walker, and he waddles. Bro waddles.
Bro, waddles like crazy. Waddling ass. So we got to talk about this subway blimp then. So what's the deal with
But
that?
yes,
Do people just do you have any info on this? I have none.
I feel like I owe the listeners an apology because we started talking about the Hindenburg without even setting context as why it is relevant to Think Fresh podcast.
I think we
S-
did. It's a blimp,
did we?
bro.
It's a blimp.
It's two blimps.
Subway this week as a part of they are really like lost. They've lost the plot as far as marketing campaigns. And what they
We're
did
all they
was they,
got.
yeah, fresh pod, everybody, holding it down. We are the front line. They launched a blimp, like a life size, real life blimp, huge blimp over, I don't know where they launched it, but the entire thing looks like a sandwich. Isn't that kind of messed up?
Ladies, your man crush Monday says, "Yo, I'll pick you up at 8." Pulls and he pulls up in a blimp. Do you get in the Do you get in the blimp,
Mm-hmm. You getting in?
dude? Yeah, bro.
It's
Come on.
kind of crazy though, because there's like economically for like they're not going to get their ROI on this blimp. Like the number of eyeballs they're going to get on TikTok for a few videos of a Subway sandwich themed blimp or even eyes on the ground does not even like compensate them for the cost of a blimp. Like the price of helium is insane. It costs over $100,000 to fill one blimp for one trip.
um, yeah,
By a lot of.
dude. So I'm looking at this floating sandwich, and
Mhm.
I've never seen meats as big as this in my life, bro. And you know what this reminds me of? It kind of it kind of
uh,
reminds me of the floating waifu at the Drake
mhm,
concert, just like
mhm.
floating roast beef,
Yeah, like
extra
something
sized.
about fuck, those are like some pretty pixelated looking meats on the side of that blimp. Jamie just pulled up the image for
Mhm.
Eric and I, and damn, it's making me feel some sort of way, Eric.
Yeah, dude, I can't be anywhere near this blimp. It'll be a problem. Don't leave me home alone with this blimp. That's
uh,
crazy.
I could be trusted at completely normal around that blimp. This is
Hmm.
crazy.
So, okay, I have some information here. The Subway in the
Okay.
Sky blimp launches September 1st, which is a week ago, and will be picking up select lucky passengers in Kansas City, Missouri, Atlanta, Georgia, Orlando, Florida, and Miami, Florida. Um,
Wow.
Flights depend on weather. Uh, I guess that's it. You just get a ride.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so why did Subway make a blimp, Eric? I think I have one hypothesis. I'd like to share it with you.
Okay,
And
hit me.
I think this is how the marketing department or external agency that manifested this idea sold it to Subway, which is that a blimp is a word for a sandwich. So we should make the biggest sandwich, aka the biggest blimpy the world has ever seen, and launch it from the heartland of sandwiches, which is New Jersey, which is where the Hindenburg famously went down, and completely changed the narrative of blimps worldwide.
You've lost me officially, Ty. Do people call sandwiches blimps?
I've heard before that a another term for a hoagie is a blimpy. It's a bit of an older term. It's people would say it back when people ran funny, like back in the day, boomer talk.
Hang on, blimpy. I feel like I'm about to
Blimps know a thing
see
or two
something.
about boomers.
I feel like I'm about to see something crazy on Google.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Don't Google blimpy.
Interesting. I have no information here, Ty. This is first time Google's ever seen that word.
Interesting. Okay, so here's the I watched like a few videos about blimps a while ago. I got really into them. There's three types: non-rigid, semi-rigid, and rigid. Based off of the shape of this one, I'm going to assume that this is a semi-rigid blimp, meaning that there's a mixture of the helium gas and a steel support frame that's providing the structure here. And you can kind of tell that by the way the meats look a little warped. But one thing that's really interesting about this blimp, Eric, is that there's only 25 blimps that exist on Earth today. All the blimps have been
Oh,
almost eradicated because they're perceived as dangerous and they're so expensive to fly. And just like airplanes and helicopters are more efficient. And because the blimps are almost extinct, think about that 25 of that, only there's only 128 pilots that are even trained in the US to fly a blimp, and only about 17 fly full time because it takes like
wow,
400 hours to get your blimp license, which is like 400 times more than an airplane.
wow. So you thought the Virgil Maybach was rare?
Bro, the
the
subway
the
blimp
Subway
is, yeah,
blimp.
one of one.
It's one of one, bro. That's crazy. Wow. Dude, I can't believe that blimps are even a thing. They look so stupid. And like
Just so
we didn't even
stupid.
think we even talk about how much space they take up. Like where do you park that thing?
Yeah,
You have to
bro.
park in like a fucking like soccer field.
Yeah, imagine like doing laps trying to find a free aircraft carrier or like I don't know, empty lot to put that thing down in.
Totally. Would you trust Subway, a corporation, a money hungry, selfish, um, somebody who's not afraid to stomp on the little guy sandwich restaurant with your life?
Dude, it would be absolutely insane if during the this passage from wherever Kansas to Miami, this thing catches fire. Like
That kind of seems
I
far, doesn't it?
it's a long way to go, and blooms are pretty erratic, and it would just be the most beautiful, surreal, and honestly, like likely scenario for this giant sandwich to just be like over toasted in the air.
Yeah, dude.
I'm
That
calling it
thing's
now.
been
That
to
thing's not making it to Miami.
yeah. Dude, this is actually scary times, Ty, because this could actually be Titan number two.
Mhm.
You know what I
It
mean?
could be.
Except
It
this
could
time
be.
it'll be like normies, like pedestrians, and the media feels bad about those people, right? Feel bad for these people. They don't feel bad for rich billionaires who are like, oh yeah, it's risky, but
Mhm.
I'm invincible. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry,
This is a
submarine
different
goers.
situation.
Man,
This will be
so
bad
like
time.
who's going on this thing then? Like the hungriest, fattest people in America are lining up for this. Like they see that big ass sandwich and they're like, "Sign me up!" Like who's volunteering, risking their life to step on this blimp?
Hmm. Well,
You're
it
like, I
says
got
here, Ty.
names.
Yeah, Ty and Eric.
Wow.
It says it'll bring 6 super fans per trip, 40 per day, up 1,000 feet in the Blimp's gondola turn a restaurant. So it's a restaurant
What?
in there,
Bro, are they
and it'll
serving
serve
Subway up
them.
there?
Of course, they are, Thai. It'll serve them a flight of the 4 new Subway offerings. The Titan turkey. Hold on,
Oh,
hold on,
no,
hold
no,
on,
no.
hold on.
Hold on.
And then the Grand Slam ham. Ty, what
Fuck.
do blimps do when they hit the ground? They do a grand slam.
Fuck. Dude,
Garlic roast beef and the
man,
beast.
the beast. Damn, that's a good name for that blimp. Yo,
The Titan
that's kind of
turkey.
wild.
That is fucking wild, dude. Hold on. I don't trust this thing one bit.
Yeah,
They're
dude, this thing
taunting
is
us.
dude, this is a trick by Subway. They built this blimp to get us up in the air so they can kill us. They're trying to shut down Think Fresh.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, if you're a super fan, go ahead and sign on up.
I'm not falling for their wily coyote traps.
Mm-hmm. Damn, this thing actually looks hilarious. Like in the sky. Have you seen what it looks like flying?
I'd
Look at
imagine it
this.
looks like no way, that's a render.
Yeah, but you gotta imagine that's probably what it looks like. I mean, the
Dude,
only
without
difference is like it's a little faded in real life.
here's the challenge is like when you just look at photos of it in the sky, you can't get the sense of scale. So I can't tell if it's a nuclear warhead or the like largest man-made transportation vessel ever.
Hmm
180 foot longs. Wow, that's a big blimp.
And you get 1,000 feet up in the sky, 1,000 foot
Finally.
longs. Let's see. How do we get on this shit?
Yeah. I feel like I wouldn't say that we are super fans, but I think we probably check all the boxes they're looking for otherwise. I think we should
Hmm
be getting tickets.
So you can register on Subway's website. Let's see what
Okay.
that looks like. subwayinthesky.com/thinkfresh
Mhm.
for 10% off. Let's see. September 1st. I mean, they're even flying this thing during 9/11, which is kind of crazy.
No, they're not.
Well, yeah. Well, I
Oh,
guess 5th to 7th, 9. Okay, yeah.
oh shit.
The,
Yeah,
the
that's good.
total program, the marketing
Yeah,
campaign overlaps with nine
they'll be
eleven, but they're
running
not going to
during
be
9/11.
airborne. Yeah.
That would be crazy to be like in the subway blimp on the anniversary of 9/11. Like,
Looking down at the 9/11 memorial, being like, wow, this could be me in the next five
this
minutes.
could be me. Yeah,
So, do you see a button anywhere? I literally can't click on anything.
I don't
Oh, it
know.
says registration
Registration
opens.
opens.
Oh, fuck. So, we got to wait
Let's
till
wait.
September 16th
Okay.
to
Cool.
and then also fly to Orlando to possibly partake in this delicious
This is
meal.
crazy.
Is this in
Yo,
flight meal? Like, is this gonna be better than plane food?
I would hope so. We're gonna fly there to fly. I'll get our EA to set up the schedule
Hmm.
the airplane ride. This is pretty
Dude,
crazy. It's coming
look at
soon
these
too.
tiny little wheels. Like, you think these little like razor scooter wheels will help you land? This thing looks unsafe, man.
Wow, you're so right. When I actually see like the carriage, which is like the area you hang out in, that is below the blimp, I it makes me realize that a blimp is just a like self-contained hot air balloon. Like I feel like Diplo is
Yeah,
going to be DJing in that.
yeah, dude. Diplo, after he saves himself from Burning Man, he'll definitely go into this. This seems like the next logical step. For
Hmm.
someone at their wits' end.
Yeah, fucking Diplo's DJing above Kansas City in the giant submarine sandwich.
Yeah, dude. We've reached the final boss of the simulation. This is DJ
uh,
Diplo.
Has
Damn, dude.
Subway gone too far? Wow.
Absolutely. Oh
So
man. Yeah, fuck, dude. I don't know what else to say on this blimp shit.
that's all I got, dude. Hey, did we ever talk about Subway officially getting bought?
They got bought.
Yeah, Subway sold. Subway sold out.
I
That's the
think
other
we
big
did.
Subway
They
news.
got acquired, and we said that they don't know what they can't handle all that ass. Is what we said.
Well, last we talked, they were in talks, and rumor was that an acquisition was going to happen. We can close the loop on that one, crash the blimp, if
Oh,
you will.
okay.
It's gone through. Subway has now been purchased by another buyer. They're no longer the family owned sandwich shop that I know and love.
Hmm. Yeah, dude. I don't think they've been family owned for a long, long time.
Hmm. I mean, everything's franchised, Derek. So you really are supporting your local business when you go into Subway. Isn't that kind of
Wow,
weird? It's kind of
that's
weird,
a good
hey?
S point. Like, you can't shit on Subway for being a corporation anymore because all the franchises are owned by your neighbor. Your
Yeah, if you think
boss.
about like a fast food model that has kept it corporate, like IHOP or In and Out or Burger King, maybe. I don't know. That like the franchise maintains complete control, or not the franchise, but HQ maintains complete control over the doings of the individual locations.
Hmm.
That's totally different game.
I've just pulled up a visual of someone being haunted by the Subway sandwich blimp. Dude, this is terrifying.
Is this like what like is that the NSA up there? What's going on here?
Damn. Do you think they like pack up the blimp and drive it to the next city? Like, there's no way it flies all the way from Kansas to Miami.
It would be inefficient to do it by train or like car. It has to fly there. Bro, that gives me chills seeing that thing in the air. It literally looks like you're being like spied on. Is this what Edward Snowden was talking about? Was the subway blimp?
Yeah, dude, that's actually our that's our answer to the Chinese spy balloon. We're gonna send the Subway blimp over there.
Yeah, make our own blimps. You think that's where they got the idea? Is they're like, oh, blimps make the news. There's only 25 of them.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Um, Honestly, probably a good marketing play.
Dude, oh no, Eric has now ended up in the Twitter slash X's subway hashtag hole. It's a dangerous
Man,
place to go, Eric.
forgot I was still screen sharing.
Find some really weird anime in there.
Yeah, dude. Um,
Well, Breadheads, that was a great episode. Thank you for tuning in. We will be around twice a week, every week for it from now till eternity.
oh, that's true. We are not going anywhere. I'm just thinking.
Fresh.
Yeah. Okay, breadheads. It's been a weird one. Let's everyone put on your seatbelt, and
Hmm.
we'll be taking off shortly. Thanks for
Hmm.
flying Air Subway.
Hmm.
And if you're reading this, we left.
Yeah, it's been a gas. Ciao.